we watched The Lure. In Warsaw, two mermaid sisters become caught in a love triangle when they fall for the same man. Doesn't really cover it. It's 92 minutes, and it's important that you know it is a horror musical, and there's elements of that where I think it probably could lean a little bit more one way or the other. That I do love the musical numbers. I think those are fantastic. I think they do a great job. It's excellent to watch, and it's presented in a pretty interesting fashion. There's some nudity, so if you're gonna watch it with like a family member, be warned, because they are mermaids, and mermaids don't have clothes. So, if you can't figure that out, it's kind of on you. But this was pretty crazy. I had a lot of reservations going in because I like the poster, and I thought, okay, well, how good can this really be? But somebody suggested it for movie club, so now we're checking it out. I have never seen that many fairy tale books or movies that are based on fairy tale books that commit to the bit so properly. Where this is also based on The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen, and a lot of media chickens out. Most of it chickens out. At the end of the day, most of it doesn't have the courage or the stones. This does a great job, and I love the peeled back layers of the world. You don't even really see a ton of the world around you, but you do get like little glimpses and little bits of it here and there, and I think that's fantastic. I had a really good time with this. I will say I do wish it had committed a little bit more to being a musical a little bit more, because it could do with just more musical numbers. I think that would be a little bit better position, and I do like the horror aspects, although it does feel like a little bit of a mishmash. This for me is a 6. I think it's fantastic. It's only 92 minutes, doesn't really get time to wear out its welcome. The presentation is good. Everything looks really good. All the eel tails that the mermaids have, those are really interesting. And I think it's a fun time. I had a great time with this. It helps that a lot of it is based on, I don't know if it's the director or the writer. It's sort of rooted in what their childhood was like, where they spent a lot of times in these like bar, restaurant, club type things, and then I want to say it's the director who's like first disappointment, first love, that type of thing in a musical club. So I think it's really cool. I had a great time with this. I thought it was pretty fantastic. I will say it is a funny bit that it's not super far into the movie that one of the mermaids is smoking. And I think it's like the modern day equivalent or fantasy horror equivalent of giving a chimpanzee a cigarette to smoke, because it is insane. Because for why? To what end? I don't know. It just kind of takes me out. Every time one of them has a cigarette or something like that, it's kind of like, what? Who's raising you children? And, there's that. And there's obviously a lot to unpack, because at some point, the one boy goes, hey, you're basically an animal to me. And he sure doesn't commit to that super long. So, there's always that they're very clearly more than that, but at the same time, I had a good time with this. It's pretty good, pretty interesting. 6 out of 10. Super fun, really different. You kids be good. I'll catch you soon, and we'll go from there.